Hello beautiful people, Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. And it's album review time as the theatrical titans of the UK rock and metal scene, Ward XVI, return with an explosive new album, Id3ntity, but with a 3 instead of the E, cause third album. It is out on July 11th via Earache digital distribution. It's been a long wait for the next chapter in the Psychoberry saga, but here we are. Ward XVI are back, more aggressive than ever, not only offering up some of their heaviest music to date, but also distilling their theatrical horror creativity into something daringly accessible. This is Ward XVI, be assured, but not quite as we know them. And to me, isn't that bloody exciting? Bridging the gap between metamorphosis and the art of manipulation. There are many words that have been used to summarise Id3ntity, but one that I particularly like is spectacle. Ward XVI are a band who live and breathe being a spectacle, both live and on record. But on Id3ntity, they've taken that in a fresh direction that fully displays the madness of the story that they are telling. It's also displayed in a much more anthemic way, suggesting Ward XVI wrote some of the songs with one eye on the stage, which is, of course, a very, very important side of this band. Get used to singing along with this album, it is far too easy. And it speaks volumes about their evolution, that they've been able to better balance this side of themselves with their more elaborate and theatrical side. In fact, I think the first two tracks, Regeneration and Into the Wilderness, are two early examples of who Ward XVI are in 2025. Both are grand efforts, but the latter's Gregorian-style choir, elaborate guitar solo, and cinematic edge is quite remarkable. It's the kind of dazzling gaudiness we expect from this band, but, and this is really important, at a much higher level of quality. There is some good old-fashioned horror fun though, with a darkly playful tone to be found in the entertaining What's in the Box, especially as the tempo shift feels a bit maiden-like, and the gang vocal shouts complement Psychoberry, who is really pushing her vocals here. It's a great track, but so was Brrraaains. I love that title. A spectacular rock effort that is filled with garish life. A kick-ass chorus, big synths, and a cacophony of horns, yes, makes this likely to be a fan favourite, especially if it gets aired live. Remember though when I said this was Ward XVI at their heaviest? Here's Blood is the New Black, a blast of anthemic harmonised mania that is unrelentingly heavy, playful, dark and weird. Delectably exciting stuff with an industrial edge taking a listener into the second half of the album and the culmination of the Psychoberry story, where soaring melodies and electrifying vocals, push the breaking point, make At the Window very special. I Spit in Your Grave is storytelling at its finest. Darkest Desires, Up and Downs command the attention, especially as this is Ward XVI in a very experimental mood. And the melodies of Amoeba of Madness have a deep sadness that reflects the stage of the story we're at. It's also got one hell of a guitar solo.
It's time to burn this place down. Burn it down to the ground. There is no holding back. This is an
And just like that, it is over. But not before Ward XVI's biggest anthem of the day arrives. It is We Are Legion, and you should be very familiar with it. It is sure to be a fan favourite for many years to come. Not just because it is so anthemic, because it is that heavier side of Ward XVI. Don't worry though, the eclectic and sinister theatrical touches are here too. It's a very cool closing track, embodied by its class chorus. We are Legion, we are one, we are the collective, we are Legion. Yes, yes, we freaking are. It's a great album. It's the best work to date, in my opinion. It really is. I like a lot of what this band does. I love a lot of what this band does. But I've not experienced, of all the albums to date, one that I feel is so cohesive and so complete and delivers pretty much wall-to-wall bangers all the way through. There is still experimentation. There is different ideas. There are different styles where sometimes it's heavier, sometimes it's more melodic, sometimes it's more experimental and progressive, sometimes it's more dramatic, etc. and all of that. But it's just so much more cohesive. It flows so much better. And I think they're pushing themselves to their absolute limits here. This is, to me, the embodiment of Ward XVI. Perhaps what they've been reaching for all this time, and they've now hit it with this record. It is the best thing they've released, and it's a fantastic album overall, and a great effort amongst so many great albums this year. It's gonna please everybody that's a fan of this band and likely win them even more, particularly when we get the live show to go alongside that as well, because of course that's something they're really, really talented and masters of as well, the theatrical side of things. It's a major part of why they are so enjoyable from both sides. But whereas you could argue sometimes the theatrical side of the live show outweighed the studio performance, to this it feels like the studio performance is just as strong, like to the point where I really want to hear a lot of these tracks from this new album played live just to sort of see what goes with them, but I know they're going to be bangers nonetheless because of how strong they are on the record. I really, really love it. I really, really do. It is Id3ntity, the third Ward 16 album, and it is out on July 11th 2025 via Earache digital distribution. I gotta know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.